The NBA regular season was probably one of the most exciting years in recent memory, but the playoffs are setting up to be equally as unpredictable when it comes to choosing a champion. Let's start out west with
the reigning, defending, undisputed, universal heavyweight champion,
the Oklahoma City Thunder. OKC continued to dominate this season with a 64-18 record and a 41-11 record versus the Western Conference. When looking at who could be the potential first-round matchup for the Thunder, you look at Golden State and Phoenix. The Thunder are a combined 7-2 versus these two teams. Golden State is going to be in need of a tremendous overhaul to build around Steph Curry. At this stage in the Curry era, they pose no threat to OKC. Phoenix is a team everyone thought were dead in the water after trading KD, but Book kept this team competitive night in and night out to the tune of 45 wins, 2 of which coming versus the Thunder. With that being said,
no chance, that's what you got.
But there is a team that had OKC's number on speed dial all year long, and that's the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs got the first-round matchup versus Portland Trail Blazers. Portland is probably the most surprising team in the entire field out west. Dame hasn't played a single game this year, Billups being arrested to start the season. No real superstar leading the way. They had every excuse to pack this season up, but first-time All-Star Denny Avdia and interim head coach
Tiago Splitter.
They were able to make it out of the play-in. Your prize? I keep hearing people talk about how the Spurs are the most inexperienced team of the top teams out west. While they don't have the experience, they have something nobody else does. A 7'5" big that is having a historical impact on the defensive end and can get you 26 to 30 every night. You add in Fox and Vassell, you have Castle looking like a young Drew Holiday leading the team in assist, guarding the best perimeter defender, and still giving you 16? Nobody wants to deal with San Antonio. The 3 versus 6 matchup is threatening to be one of the most exciting matchups of the first round if we were to rely on history. Last time these teams faced each other in the playoffs, the Wolves came back from 3-2 to beat the Nuggets in 7 in the 2024 Western Conference semifinals. Even though the season series is 3-1 in favor of Denver, you can't count out playoff Edwards. The biggest focus for Denver is going to be to never let Edwards see just one defender. Letting him get downhill and catch a rhythm is not ideal because you don't have a designated defensive stopper that could take the challenge. You might see some zones occasionally and some box-and-one-like principles. Even though Randall is still a talented player, you'd much rather let him cook than Edwards. The flip side is what will the Wolves do with Jokic?
And here we go.
He averaged a triple-double this year and led the league in assists and rebounds, but he doesn't give you a decisive way to eliminate or limit his impact on the game. But when being the aggressor defensively, instead of simply trying to outscore the Nuggets, they have dominated. Over the last 3 seasons, including the playoffs, the Nuggets have failed to score at least 109 points on 9 occasions. They lost all of those games. When Minnesota allows 115 or more, they are 2-7. The deciding factor is going to be if Jokic is dictating things offensively or if Edwards is dictating things defensively, in my opinion. The 4 versus 5 matchup doesn't take too much analysis, just more of what we already know. Lakers are missing Luka and Reeves, so LeBron will have to elevate his play from third option to first option with a very unpredictable and underwhelming supporting cast, according to JJ Redick. For the Rockets, you can't afford to give the Lakers any life. A longer series means Luka or Reeves could show up at any moment and change the dynamic of the series. Put Thompson on LeBron. He's going to annoy him, but because of Bron's size and strength, he will try and take advantage. Don't help off shooters. Force a 41-year-old LeBron James to go for 35. On the other side, let KD cook, limit offensively dead possessions, and always push the tempo. Teams that don't have multiple decision-makers tend to struggle playing at a faster pace because turnovers tend to happen at a much higher rate. With all that being said, this series does not determine the legacy of LeBron or KD, because if you don't believe their legacies in this league isn't already secured after 23 years, you don't know ball.
I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of letting people think they got a chance. This is my show.